What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar tutorial for You Broke Me First by Tate McRae. If this video helps you out, hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know down in the comments below what are the songs by Tate McRae that you want to learn on guitar. Guys, the first thing that you want to know to play You Broke Me First on guitar is that in order to get some bar chords and keep the song as beginner friendly as possible, we're going to capo up to 4th fret. And if you don't have a capo, I've learned to get this capo for free right up here. The next thing that you want to know to play You Broke Me First on guitar is the structure of this song. We're going to start with the verse, then go to pre-chorus, then chorus, then verse, pre-chorus, chorus again, then we'll have a short bridge, and we'll finish up with one last chorus to take us out of the song. And the last thing that you want to know before we dive into You Broke Me First is the 4 chords that we need to play this song. The first one is A minor, the next one is C, the next one is G, and the last one is F. And I'll have a beginner way to play that F chord, as well as chord charts for all the other chords in the pinned comment below for those of you who need them. And with all that in mind, guys, let's dive into You Broke Me First. Wow, this is such a beautiful song. I actually just heard it for the first time today. I got a lot of suggestions and requests for this song, so I'm stoked to finally share it with you guys, because it really is a beautiful song. And it's a perfect song for beginner guitarists because we just have one chord progression that's going to repeat through the whole entire song. The only thing that's going to change up a little bit depending on where you're at in the song is the strum pattern. So first let's take a look at the chord progression that'll be repeat through the whole entire song. That chord progression is going to be A minor, F, C, and G. Repeated through the whole entire song, start to finish. And again, guys, I will have a beginner way to play that F chord in the pinned comment below if you need it. That F chord can be pretty tricky for beginners, so be sure to take a look at that if you need to. So, like I said, the only thing that's going to change up in this song at all through the entire song is the strum pattern, but even that is very, very simple and beginner friendly. For all of our verses, pre-choruses, and for our bridge, we're just going to have a single down strum for each chord, just like I just played it, with just one down strum for each chord. That's going to match up really well with what's being played, more on that kind of piano part and the bass as well. The song doesn't have a lot of actual guitar in it, so what we're trying to do is match up the other instruments as closely as we possibly can. So doing that chord progression, A minor, F, C, G, with that single down strum pattern through all of our verses, pre-choruses, and our bridge will match up very, very closely, pretty much perfectly with what's being played on the other instruments that are in this song. So you guys probably already know what single down strums look like, but a little walkthrough of what that'll look like kind of guided through is about like this. We'll start with our A minor. We're going to go down, 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 down. One more time. Down, 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 down. And that, just like that, is going to repeat through everything in this song except for our choruses. For our choruses, we're going to be using a little bit of a different strum pattern with that same chord progression, but we'll get there in just a minute. So first, a couple of times through that chord progression and the single down strum pattern that's going to repeat through all of our verses, pre-choruses, and our bridge will look about like this without me talking. And guys, the only other thing that you need to know to play You Broke Me First on guitar is the strum pattern that we're going to be using for our choruses. Now, like I said, for our choruses, we're going to be using that same exact chord progression, A minor, F, C, and G, all we're gonna do in this is change up our strum pattern a little bit. And really, actually, you could even keep doing that single down strum pattern. If you're a super beginner, like it's your first couple of days or first couple of weeks playing guitar, you could totally start out with just using a single down strum for each chord through this entire song. But when I was playing this song, I felt like I wanted the chorus to be a little bit bigger to match up more with what's being played on the actual instruments in the song. Again, really isn't much guitar in the song, if any at all, but what we're trying to do is match up with what's being played on the other instruments in the song and play that and translate it over to guitar. So this is the strum pattern that I came up with for each chord that actually kind of, I feel like, emulates the sound of the chorus a little bit better than those single down strums. So we'll start with our A minor here as an example. What we're gonna do for each chord is we're gonna strum down, 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 up. Just like that for each chord. One more time. Down, 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 up. Just about like that. So a little walkthrough of the whole progression with that strum pattern will look about like this. Again, starting with our A minor, we'll go down, 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 up again, down, 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 up. Just about like that, repeated through all of the choruses in this song. And like I said, you totally can stick with that single down strum pattern if you want to. It will fit and it will work, but if you want the choruses to sound bigger like they do in the actual song, this is a really good way to just add that little bit extra to give it that bigger sound. So guys, like I said, still fairly beginner friendly. Probably the trickiest part about that section right there is just, again, that F chord, which I will have a beginner way to play in the pinned comment, as I've said a couple of times already. But guys, this is a beautiful song. It's a lot of fun to play. I feel like this really separates the chorus and makes it feel really big. Just switching up that strum pattern a little bit gives it a bigger feel. So guys, with all that in mind, a couple of times through that chord progression with that chorus strum pattern, without me talking, will look about like this. And guys, that is everything that you need to know to play You Wrote Me First on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments down below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helped you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 800 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually try to post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there can't be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you want to see what songs I'm jamming on, where I'm traveling right now, or pictures of my dog, you can hit up my Instagram at @thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below. And lastly guys, if you want to support the channel and get your name in the credits at the end of each new guitar tutorial, you can hit up my Patreon at patreon.com/thegroovyguitardude. Link for that will be in the description below as well. Guys, You Wrote Me First is a song that I have gotten a ton of requests for, and it's one of those that for some reason I just hadn't even listened to yet until today. But I'm so stoked that you guys requested it and that I finally listened to it, because it is a beautiful song. It's one of those, you know, it's another one of those beautifully sad songs. I feel like I talk about that a lot on here and teach a lot of those kinds of songs, but it's really the kind of music that I love listening to. I'm just a sucker for a good kind of sad feeling song, and this is definitely one of those. But this song is just a great song for beginner guitarists, and I know that there's an F chord in this, and if you've made it this far, you probably have already conquered that, but don't be intimidated by that F chord, because there is a beginner way to play that in the pinned comment. Anytime there's an F chord in any of my videos, there's always a beginner way to play it in the pinned comment below. I know that chord is really tricky for beginner guitarists. It was tricky whenever I was a beginner guitarist, so I totally get that and try to help you guys out with that when I can. But other than that, this song is very, very, very beginner friendly. friendly. I would recommend it even if it's your first couple of days playing guitar, because it really is just that one chord progression repeated through the whole entire song. All you're gonna do is switch up your strum pattern just a little bit depending on where you're at in the song. And again, really, if you want to match up really well with this song, you really can just play a single down strum for each chord. But I think it sounds really good to switch it up in the chorus and get to that little bit more involved strum pattern. It's not anything super difficult or tricky or fancy or anything, but it just adds a little bit and makes that chorus sound just a little bigger, feel just a little bit bigger. I think it sounded really good if you were doing a cover of this song. So guys, I had a lot of fun learning this song. I hope you guys have a lot of fun learning it as well, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all soon.